Like, I personally know that in my life it's been a handful of times with not even just relationships but friends, you know, that unspoken connection where it's instant and you just have that amazing chemistry. You don't find that every day. So I think that when you do, it's important to kind of honor that and remember that and pursue these people, and not just think that you're going to be able to jump online and find somebody else that replaces that like that.
Yeah,
it's not that simple.
That's great advice. Instant gratification does not work for love. If you want love, you got to put yourself out there every single day, and you can't have instant gratification because it just doesn't work. Because there isn't. Like when you and I met, bingo, we were talking. Chloe, I want to be friends with you.
It's like we
talk forever, you know, and that's what it's about. It's like life has no boundaries, and the fact is, when you first meet somebody, if there's something amazing about them, cultivate the friendship because you don't know what could happen. And I've always told this. I remember I was out one time with a woman, and she had another boyfriend, blah, 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 but we were flirting, right? You know, it was really funny. I said, you know, you never know. One day I might be your husband one day. I might be your lover one day. Oh, I'm with this. No, I said one day. You don't know who we are, so just be present in everything in your life. And it was so funny. 6 months later, she broke off the relationship, and I was seeing somebody, right? And I said, timing isn't right. I said, but we definitely could have gone out. But our friendship is so beautiful. It's like everything about it is the way it's supposed to be. You know, you don't know who somebody is, so stop making a predetermined decision about them and actually be so open, because your expectations are what kills you from meeting somebody.
You know what's really funny is I actually have posted a few stories on my account that are very similar to what you just explained, and it's that, you know, people will be in a relationship and they'll meet someone at a grocery store or whatever, like let's say a woman, and she meets this guy at a grocery store or out. You don't have to not talk to this person because you're in a relationship, just because they're of the opposite sex.
No, you should talk to them.
You don't know what's going to be down the road. You know, you can never imagine. So I think to be open, just like you said, cultivate those friendships. It's okay. It's okay to have other friends in your life of the opposite sex, and you never know where life's going to end up. So I think to always remain open and to always make friends and build connections is a great thing. You just don't know what's going to happen 2-3 years down the line.
My friend who grew up in Westchester, lived in Westchester, took his kids to school 2 days a week, was in a bad marriage, right? He called this woman the drop-off woman, right? You know, because every time he dropped off the kids, they were always seemed to be there, right? And they would talk and they would flirt and everything else. And 10 years later, he got divorced. 13 years later, she got divorced, right? They're together.
Right.
I mean, it's like, because that seed was planted.
Totally.
You hear about this. If the seed gets planted, there's nothing. When a seed is planted and you hit it right on the button, right? You really did. It's so rare to have that type of connection with somebody. So if a seed is planted, a seed doesn't grow overnight, but we expect it to grow overnight, right? And in reality, it never grows overnight. The fact is, the seed is planted in May of 2016, and it may not blossom into a tree until 6 years later.
Right.
And that's what life is all about. So get rid of your expectations, start being more present, and realize that love is a cultivation, just like the garden. It doesn't matter what you want today. You're already laying the groundwork, and something might dividend in the future. You never know. And you might have, like when you came up here, like, oh my God, I rode the elevator with this woman. She's in 305. It's like, she'd be perfect for David, right? Because we spent that time together.
Yeah.
I want to introduce David to her. He probably doesn't even know his hot neighbor. She might be married, but like, I liked her vibe and her energy. But that's what it is. That's what showing up is all about. You don't know what anybody's going to bring into your life, so be present.
Right. Imagine this woman downstairs in 305 ends up being your future wife. And then if you had never met me at the coffee shop, and I never rode the elevator with her and told you about her,
that's right,
you would have never known her.
And I don't even know, what does she look like?
She's really an attractive older woman, I have to say.
Damn, 305. I'll be seeing you. I'll be seeing you next week on my YouTube channel, and I'll be seeing 305 in about 30 seconds. I'm going to go knock the door, and I'm going to look and have this pathetic look on my face. Do you have any butter? How's that? Is that your face?
No.
Wait, no. How about this? Look, I've been asking everybody in the building. Nobody seems to have butter. Do you have butter?
What about just honesty? I'm working with this person.
I think she's this guy's wife. Okay, so yeah, 'cause I think I know who she is.
Well, then she'll just tell you that she's married, and then nothing ventured.
No, but it's like incestuous. It's in the building, you know. It's kind of like the neighbor upstairs.
So what's the worst that can happen? You guys have an awkward elevator ride here.
Yeah, butter is butter. We're gonna go butter. We're gonna go old-fashioned method in butter. Okay, you know, we're gonna do butter.
You're the dating expert,
but you're the love expert. So I don't know whether or not I'm doing it right. Anyway. Catch you next week. Maybe there's an update on 305, and maybe Brooklyn's got a really fucking cool story about love to share.
I always have cool stories about love to share. That's what I do.
What's the Instagram again?
The Way We Met. Spelled exactly how it sounds. TheWayWemet @ The Way We Met. Check it out.